Though she is today only 23, our next guest has already accumulated 19 years of solid acting experience. Her career began, auspiciously enough, as the little girl in the Fairy Liquid commercial who was astonished at the softness of her mummy's hands. Leslie Ash then moved on to a long, arduous career as a professional model. It is brutal, punishing, demanding work, but somebody's got to do it. After a movie role as the female lead in Quadrophenia, she has appeared on television in Cupid's Dart and The Happy Apple. Most recently, she has given herself as a birthday gift to Channel 4, appearing as the new co-presenter on The Tube. But it's in her more familiar role as an actress that we see her on this video excerpt from the television play Balance of Nature.
Oh, an architect. That must be ever so rewarding. And have you built anything interesting?
Oh, I'm just doing my year out.
But still, you'll get the opportunity, won't you? To leave your mark on civilization. I think that's really marvellous. I wanted to do something in the artistic line. You can see how far I got.
What makes you tick, Dawn? I mean, what keeps you going in this place? Do you have a goal of some sort?
Do you really want to know?
Yes. Butlin's Holiday Princess.
I won a free holiday that time.
Dagenham Carnival Queen. Romford Maid of Honour.
Those ones are really competitive. You have to be national material to get anywhere in them.
But why?
Well, it's me raison d'etre, isn't it? Everyone's got to have a raison d'etre.
Mind the mic.
Now, you sat with your fingers firmly glued in your ears through that clip.
I certainly
Do you not
did.
like seeing yourself back, no?
Hate it, especially that particular scene, I might add.
Oh, all right, I won't delve into that. Now, I saw you on the Tube, your first appearance on the Tube last Friday. It looked very nerve-wracking, was it?
Oh, it was. I'd like to explain, actually, because I'm used to being interviewed, but have never interviewed anyone, and I really did feel sorry for the Eurythmics because I started off very nervous, and I think I made them feel incredibly nervous. Yeah. So therefore, I was faced with silences, and I didn't quite know what to do.
Did you have that effect on people?
Well, I don't think normally, because, I mean, I'm sure you know, you can sit and talk to people. I mean, it doesn't matter what they do, you know, you can sit and talk to people in conversation, but as soon as the camera's there, and you know it's a live programme, and you've got people standing there with their fingers, you know, going, and it's your turn to talk, you know, it suddenly makes you all flustered, and you don't know what to ask.
Is it true that you have been acting solidly since you did the Fairy Liquid commercial as a toddler?
Not quite, because when I did the Fairy Liquid commercial, I was 4. And I only got that commercial because the producer of the commercial thought I was a cute young child. But after that, I mean, it was something my parents didn't want me to go into, or my sister. You know, they wanted us to not go into the business at all. So from the age of 4 to 11, in fact, no, I was at a convent.
Did you get other offers, though?
No, not at all. I mean, it's in fact the commercial that everyone loved to hate. You know, if anyone could get into the television and strangle that person, it would have been me.
So you went unnoticed?
Oh, yeah.
What happened after the age of 11? Did you get back into acting then?
After the age of 11, I sort of did odd bits, like, in fact, I did the black and white minstrel show, you know, which was hilariously funny. But that was just through, you know, being at school. Every now and then, when television companies wanted a child in their programme, you'd go up for the audition with 1,000,001 other kids, which was actually the bit I hated. I liked learning about acting and dancing and that, but I didn't actually, at that age, like working. You know, it's an adult world, very much an adult world.
Well, when do you feel you joined that adult world then, consciously?
I think it was after I did Quadrophenia.
How did you land that part?
Well, I was a model And I got the part of Quadrophenia by my agent, Freddie. She was at a dinner party, and the director was at the party, and he was saying to her, oh, I'm directing this film, Quadrophenia, and we're having great problems casting the girl in it. And she mentioned, you know, there was models with equity cards, and he should see some of them, and I was one of the girls he saw.
Was that a relief to get away from modelling?
Well, it was a strange thing, because although I was modelling, it was something I didn't particularly have my whole heart in. I mean, I'm not tall enough really to be a model, and really, I mean, there was no way I was going to be on the front of Vogue or anything like that, but I did quite well in the teenage magazines and mail order things. But yes, it was a relief to get out of modelling, because acting was the thing I really wanted to do. But I took a very bad attitude. While I was modelling, I thought, oh, something will come along. But luckily it did.
It did, yeah.
Which was really silly, but very lucky.
Do you have a talent for landing on your feet like that? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Right. So you progressed through acting. Have you always done serious, in inverted commas, acting as well as the sitcoms that people know you for?
Well, what was when I did Cupid's Dart, which was a two-hander play about this darts groupie that met up with a professor of philosophy on a train. When that came out, everyone said to me, oh great, where did you get that character from? I mean, she was wonderful, but in fact, I didn't get her from anywhere. It was basically me, although I'm not a groupie or a darts groupie, but it was basically an extension of myself. So, you know, there was no sort of deep character thinking that went to it, you know.
Right, so are you happy in that world of TV sitcoms?
Well,
you find it demanding enough?
Everything I've done, I've been able to relate to, which I think is really important, for me anyway, because I don't think I am a character actress. Some people can get themselves into a character and, you know, go out completely for it. I can't. I feel completely foolish getting into a character. I have to sort of be able to relate to the person that I'm playing.
Well, how are you going to achieve that now with the role of presenting on the Tube?
Well, with the Tube, I'm terrified. I must admit, I am terrified, but it's a job that I hope to enjoy after the third or fourth episode. I hope that I'm going to start relaxing into it, because I can talk to anyone. It's just a matter of getting over that psychological thing that plugs into your head.
Why did it appeal in the first place?
Well, it appeared from Malcolm Gerry, who, when I did Quadrophenia...
Who's the producer of the programme,
who's the producer, who, he came down and did a documentary on Sting, Phil Daniels and myself in a pie and mash shop in Shepherd's Bush. And we sort of kept in touch, and I did Razzmatazz and...
well, this was publicising the films.
Well, yeah, at first, yeah, but the Razzmatazz came about a year or two after. There was a girl who wanted to be a model, and they got me in to say what you had to do as a model. And we sort of kept in touch, and then he phoned me up and said, oh, Paula Yates was leaving, and thanks very much for the flowers, Paula. And he asked me if I was interested in taking that different sort of thing.
Right. So, I mean, that leaves you with quite a lot of time on your hands, because it takes up, what, 2 days a week? What else are you going to do with yourself?
I'm going to sit at home.
That sounds terrible. That sounds
well,
really dumb.
I'm going to decide what I want to do.
Yeah, but more acting.
Oh, yeah, I hope so, yeah.
All right, OK, well, we'll speak to you a bit later on in the show, but for now, Leslie, thanks very much.
Thank you.